from here, away from fuckery, calling Elias. Do you ever feel that nothing ever even look? What? Then how the fuck you light sage? How you light sage? And your aura smell shit. Ooh, what's up, y'all? What's up? Tap in with me. Tap in with me. This is MJ333, right? And I pray that you feel well and healthy today. I hope that wherever you at in your day, that you feeling however you need to feel, right? Just vibe with me. Like, I just felt the need to give a message on here, right? The day after the 1010 portal or whatever. And I'm raw and uncut, right? So if you are new here, hello, my name is MJ. Like, welcome to the Healing Vibe, right? If you've been around, like, thank you for like, sharing, comment, subscribing. Everyone who does, like, I appreciate you. And everybody who will, thank you too, right? Thank you for the view. Thank you for the moment of your time, like, right, to tap into my mind and what I hear and what I feel that's going around us, right? My interpretation of it. So I appreciate you for that. And yeah, so let's just get right into the message, right? So 10/11, the date, and it is 12:03, you know what I'm saying, CST, Central Standard Time or whatever. And the message will always remain to be the same. Did you wake up today feeling yourself, or did you feel other energies today? Because yesterday was a day to, like, release and to feel what energy we finna move into, right? In self. Because it's always you against you, me against me. We never supposed to be against each other. We always supposed to be a representation of the Lord in the way that we feel it, like, and a representation of our ancestors, right? So with that being said, we need to be tapping into certain energies that they send us, right, in certain times for certain things to exist within us. Like, all I want to do is sleep. Put him in a coma, I won't hurt ya. Let me just test a little. How little might be too much. Come over here, let me test a little. How am I like your touch? Come and fuck with me. Come and fuck with me. Okay, that was a message, right? Smoking all the time I feel high. Doing the most I feel low. Read my thoughts. Baby, let me see what you're really made of. Come and fuck with me. Boom, spirit, I love you. I'll set you free. Just you and me. Right, so spirit is saying, like, at this time, right? So tapping into that. You fucking with spirit? You fucking with God the way you're supposed to? Because it's going to show. And there's going to be haters that's coming for you because of that shit, right? Keep standing up straight. Keep motherfucking giving that shit that only you could give, right? So that's the fucking message, right? Sorry for my words, but at the same time, if you fuck with me, you fuck with me. And you know I'm raw and uncut because it's a reason. You're supposed to be raw and uncut right now in you. Who are you? Do you know yet? Like, we've been doing all this work. The angels, the ancestors, the planets, they've been sending us, the universe, they've been sending us different times in our timeline to tap into certain energy. Did you do so? Fuck all the past, leave it behind, falling in love, haul that aside. Right? We not out here falling in love with nothing that's not falling in love with us. So you're supposed to be in love with yourself first and foremost, right? Because, see, God wants you to know that, like, but you're supposed to be fucking with whatever's fucking with you. You don't have to work hard for anything. Only thing you're supposed to be working hard at is being you. And, like, omitting the things that is supposed to be omitted from your spirit. Like, you take out the negatives and all you're left with is the proper positive. You still gonna have some negatives every day. But that's why it's important to understand who you are and where you at with yourself. Who do you fuck with? Like, who do you deal with? Are you on the side of God? Because, like, at the end of the day, it's not for me to judge you. It's not for man to judge another man. It's not for another woman to judge another woman. It's for us to know that at the end of the day, at the end of all of this, at the end of all of this, at the end of all of my days, at the end of all of your days, you will be judged. Not by me. by those that you believe in, by those that are unseen, by those that believe in you and they believe in me, but they judging us every day and in every way. They showing you that they here. It's for you to see that. And it's for you to understand that all the unnecessary things that we do to try to hold others back and push ourselves in a position that we feel we're supposed to be in, it takes away from the essence of your soul. It's serious. It's real. Like, you can't be out here trying to be anything anymore. Either you are or you're not. There's no middle shit. Like, you be real or you don't. And the shit shows. And how you are with motherfuckers who's constantly real every day. They work hard at who they are. They work hard at being their best. That shit's not always easy when we live in a cruel world where we're not on one accord. So understand that when you see somebody and they got good energy, don't take away from that. If you're not in a good position with yourself, you need to be going, actually, first and foremost, honoring what you see. Right? Did you see how spirit, you could recognize the savage in my blood? That's what people will see when they see you, when they see me, when you tapping into those that tap into you, that tap into me, God, angels, ancestors, our spirit guides, our everything. She got nowhere to run. You got nowhere to run. You better take your time out here. You better be real with yourself. Cultivate who the fuck you are. Like, so when you walking outside, you truly being yourself. Outside, the same as you are on the inside. In every way. Did you understand that? Did you get that reference? Because the same way you in your house is how you're supposed to be outside. The same way you inside of your body is the way you're supposed to be operating on the outside of it. Because it shows. You know? If you know, you know. If you don't, then you better get in and know. Because this is where we coming from now. We work hard. There are people who work hard at being people. They people well. You know what I'm saying? After times of of trauma and despair, and they no longer there. So when you come for them, make sure you come correct, because there's others that they have by their side that protect them. And tell them when you lying. Tell them when you real. Tell them when you not. And then work on them with they shit and they shadow sides as well. And that is not something easy, especially when you are like the pillar of a family, or you're trying to, God is showing you that you're something different because you're supposed to inspire. So what are you inspired to do? Who are you inspired to be? Because that's who you're supposed to be showing up as every day, in every way, and in every situation. You're not supposed to change in a way that diminishes from your soul, from your essence. That's not about me. If you come from me and you come in a way that's an attack because there's something that you see in me that you can't see in yourself, no, God seen that. My angels and my ancestors, they reported that shit, and God already seen it. It's a violation, and you'll feel that in your soul. If I make the wrong step and try to do something to somebody else, and I call myself Empress, and I call myself being in a certain energy, right? I'm going to be tested on it. And I better be standing my ground as well as I'm in that energy. So the things and the tests that come my way are going to be tests that are going to show if I'm truly that person. So when you come from me, know that I know I'm being tested. I'm not being tested by you because of you. I'm being tested in spite of you. I'm being tested by the devil because of God. And I'm being tested by God because the devil works for God. So at the end of the day, the energies are one. I am being tested because I said I'm something, and I'm feeling something in my soul, and I'm trying to walk that way every day. So I'm going to be tested in that. I'm going to be tested. I'm going to be tested. And the next step in our lives are going to require something specific from us. It's going to require a specific energy for us to be in, right? So like, we're going to be tested right before we get there. Remember how we talk about the unit test and chapter test, all the different tests that we're going to be tested with, right? So paying attention to the patterns of your life and of who you are, paying attention to like your fucking shit, so that like you passing the test, like don't miss the mark. Like I almost missed the fucking mark. I almost got really upset, but like I know that like I was being tested, because spirit was like, you not watching this? Come on, man, pick it up, get your shit together. So you got to know how to talk to yourself when it's like, don't misstep right now. Like you don't work too hard to get to excuse me, y'all. You got me working and doing my thing at the same time. Right, Yo, you got to get your vibe right around you because you a money maker. And money is not just the currency that we get, right? Because this song called Currency. All music right now, I am DDB. Catch the wave. I'm trying to get you on with me, right? From the East Coast side, speak fast. You hear me? So, like, the currency that's provided by God is the currency on the inside, right? And it produces the currency on the outside that allows us to live the kind of life that allows us to be beyond above like the traumas and the stuff that we've overcome, and allow just like the blessings. It's like the money, the currency that we spend, right? The green, right, that we spend out here, it is based off truly the green, that currency that resides on the inside, right? So the more these type of tests, like if you're feeling heavy, if you feel like, damn, this fucking portal, like you felt some shit happening, and there's some people you really saw they motherfucking real colors and who they truly are to you, right? Don't just like act like you ain't see that, because it's important for you to recognize the currency that you getting on the inside and the currency that you already have. So it's time for you to continue to build on that. And some people cannot go with us to the next step. Some things about you cannot reside anymore. So what you don't act like you don't see in other people, they see in you. Like certain things you can no longer like tolerate. Well, you gotta meet people where they at, but let them know where you're at by the way your stance, because the currency on the inside is going to show on the outside. And if I got money, there's certain things I'm not finna do. I'm not dealing with the peasants of the world who are in the peasant mentality. I'm not going to deal with people whose job was truly to keep me in a certain place. Remember, heard something, you know, I don't ever really reference the Bible, but I'm going to say it to say this, to hopefully bring some awareness that maybe you can understand if you don't understand this message, right? So I was listening, I'll be on Instagram listening to inspiration and shit, and I heard one, excuse my language, but said, was talking about, you know, in the Bible about Lot's wife. Like she was going through a desolate area, and you know the story, she wasn't supposed to look back, but she did, and she became a pillar of salt. So what I got from that, it was like, hold on, y'all. It was like, oh, that really resonated with me, because it was like, this is that time, right? So where you at? The folks that you may be seeing and the energies that you may be feeling right on the outside of you, around you, at work, at your home, whatever, your family, whatever, wherever. Put yourself in it. You know what I'm saying? Wherever it falls for you. You can't look back on what you need to let go of right now. What you think is a loss is really a gain, because there'll be extra space open. I always talk about that. When you let something go, then you got space for something new, right? But you know what needs to remain and what needs to go, but you got to be true to you about that. Like, as you're becoming more powerful, you're becoming more wealthy with the currency on the inside. So you have to protect it, and you protect it by protecting your energy and knowing who shall remain and who has to go. If there have been some heavy energies around you, you really felt shit from people that was like, usually cool with you, or you usually vibe well, know that was meant to happen, and you have to be paying attention to it. So in order for you to get to the new currency that you're supposed to be getting right in the next season, you have to let go of some negatives in your life, right? So some negative thoughts, negative patterns, negative things that keep you in a negative cycle. Negatives is part of the positive, right? You can't have one line without the other. That both make up the positive. So it's like two lines make up the positive. So you have to have a negative to get to the positive. So understand that in everything, there's always a season. And for most things, there's a season. Even our life, like we have seasons in everything in that we do in this life. People have seasons, like in our lives, like the way we could deal with certain people, we may still be dealing with them for every season of our lives, right? Or have them. But the way we deal with them changes in the different seasons, if you feel me. So if you're feeling things need to change it. But change it for your betterment. Everything for your betterment helps with the currency. More wealthy. When it's time to go to them gates, you want it to be correct, bro. Like, what is you taking? Paying attention? Pay attention to you, and what's around you. Like, let that shit go if it needs to go. Keep it if it needs to be kept. Like, and that's that. Keep moving, keep walking, keep your head up high. Anything that makes you feel sluggish or that you need to diminish yourself, look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Face it head on. Everything that breaks the fear, then that means nothing no more. You understand what I'm saying? We run from the fear of things. We run from the fear of loss. We run from the fear of feeling like people don't love us, or we're going to be looked at as less. Man, fuck all of that, because there's people out here who are going to look at you just the way you giving yourself the correct way. And there's always going to be those who don't. And you just cannot sit in either energy too long. You have to know who you are and what you hold. Okay, and know it's worthy of the correct love, but know what kind of love that is, so that you don't continue to accept the wrong things in the new season and then have to keep going through the like cutoff when we go into new portals. Are we supposed to be attaching ourselves to newer energy to get us closer to the mission and our purpose, right? Because that's the job, is always to get closer to me, closer to you, closer to them, closer to self, closer to the next bloodline. Like, so we know what to give them. So it's better than the one before. So we attaching everything together and we can right the wrongs. Like, that's the job, as I see it. What do you see it as? And how are you working towards what your job here on earth is, along with everything else? Is it everything that's surrounding you, is it attached correctly to the mission and your purpose? Are you walking correctly? What's your life looking like? You know what I'm saying? Answer those questions for yourself, and then you'll know what you need to do. Period. Talk to them upstairs. You know what I'm saying? God on them. And like, tap in. It's too much of us, too many of us. I'm telling you. I'm not getting left behind. I'm not going to fucking like keep playing with no games with motherfuckers who don't mind being left behind. Fucking stop my shine. Like, no, it's too bright over here. I work too hard, and I'm gonna keep working. So do the same. 17:07 on the clock. Do the same. Keep working on you. Keep working on you. Keep working on you. You know what I'm saying? I love you. Sending you positive energy if you need it. Kiss if you need it. Hug if you need one. Much love, okay? In this trying time. Like, you got a friend in me. Know that shit. I love you. For everybody who's here view my videos, I love you, okay? I'm MJ333. Later.